Okay, so let's show you my garden 2026. I have some potted plants that are going to stay over here. These are mostly cherry tomatoes that are over here, the kind that tumble down. This is herbs. We got chives and lemon thyme in there. I have a jalapeno here, and there's another couple tomatoes here, another jalapeno. And then these are my tomatoes that I have left that need to go over by the clucks and the quacks. These are some herbs that I've been getting. They're going to go in between my tomato plants. And then here we have parsley, rosemary, and oregano. And over here we have German thyme and parsley. There's some cinnamon basil there. Right here is just regular sweet basil. It'll get ginormous over here. These are my new potted plants I got at Tractor Supply today for $1 because they were clearing them out because they kill everything. I have some strawberries here and some strawberries down here. Amber and I ate all of the ripe ones last night. And then out here I have some tomatoes. These little Folgers cans will come off of them soon and I'll stake them. This is a jalapeno. All of my jalapenos are different colors. I have brown and pardon me, yellows, orange, pumpkin spice, all kinds. Here's some more tumbling cherry tomatoes and a farmer's market jalapeno. These are my raspberries. This is an orange hat tomato. This is a lemon spice jalapeno. This is a gelato jalapeno. Again, my raspberries that are back here. This one is a pumpkin spice coming back to life. It was looking really bad at one time. This is another gelato. And then these are just some tumbling toms. Another orange hat. These are my two Costco tomatoes. I pulled a ton of aromas off of this yesterday. And then this is some sort of purple tomato. I'm not even sure. None of them have ripened yet. Okay, so come on into my garden. And so right here, these three are my potato plants. They're starting to yellow, and we'll harvest those potatoes probably within the next couple of weeks. We have lizards all over the garden. They like to eat my ripe cherry tomatoes that are low. And so right here we have my orange jazz that I grew from seed. Actually, all but 2 tomatoes in here are grown from seed. And then these are, I don't know, I'd have to look at my map. But we have some little starts of basil out here. These right here are climbing pole beans. And then I have some Aji Guyana peppers right there. And then over here we have Ros de la Mallorca. This squash right here is a volunteer. In other words, some seeds from last year, so I'm pretty sure that's a butternut. And then these right here are gourds. And then I have one right there, but these didn't set, so I'll plant some more of these today. And then over here are my dad's sunsets. Super excited about these because last year I did not get any. And if you look in there, there it is. There's one right there, and there's another one, this one. And over on this side, we have our gold medal. And this plant is just loaded with tomatoes. And then over here, we have yellow pear. So I did everything in pairs. So this is yellow pear. This is a zebra. I think it's the terracotta zebra. I'm not sure. I have some mystery tomatoes out here because wind knocked them over and took all my signs out of them at one point in time. And then, let's see, what are these? See if I can read my little sign. I have a map inside so I can follow up on it. Oh, these are orange accordions. And then these two are the mystery ones. I'm pretty sure this is a cherry tomato. It has one on there. And then I have two really good sized tomatoes over here. Not sure what they are. I do have eggplants on both ends. There's one on this end and one on that end. And then over here, we have our purple tomatoes. These are determinate tomatoes. And I've really been babying these guys because they keep kind of yellowing. They're my only ones that are doing that. So I just don't know if they don't like our soil, if they don't do good in our area. I'm not exactly sure, but I've really been babying them. And then these are my Abe Lincolns. I didn't do well with these last year. So again, I'm really babying all the tomatoes. And then on this side, we have more purples, Cherokee purple, and there's another purple tomato on the other side. These are my, pardon me, my Rebel Starfighters. They are the spindliest looking things, but we do have tomatoes. Let me get over here. And so these are the Rebel Starfighters. I have a couple there. And then over here, these little ones weren't planted very long ago. These are the Imala French Pointing tomatoes. Not a dog, but a tomato. And then we have a tomato here. This is a store-bought one. This is a Husky Cherry. These are the ones that, as you can tell, my little lizards have been getting. I have some green beans down the center. Been pulling those. On this side, we have a couple of cherry tomatoes. Over here, this side is my Roma bed. So these are orange Romas, and those are on the far side are just red Romas. And then again, we have some green beans in between. And on this bed, this is a new to me tomatoes. These front ones are called Alice's Dream, and it's such a pretty shape, and it has some stripes on it. But it'll turn like a reddish pink. And then these are my German pink tomatoes. And over here we have Fresno peppers, excuse me. And then that is an okra, because this used to be an okra bed. There's another okra down there. I'm okay with those growing. My okra didn't come up very well this year. It looks like I have a couple more coming up. I'll leave those there to come up. And in this bed, we have some big red peppers down the center. We have a couple of different kinds of squashes here and then over here. And then I have cabbage along the back. And then this is my onion bed. It looks like it's going to be good to pull here soon. And in this bed we have cabbage. And then I have some zucchinis along here, and we'll cut them. Instead of them bushing out, we'll have them grow up and over. And I did plant some radishes in here, but they didn't take very well. I might plant some more over here. This is one of my cherry tomato beds. So we have some sunset bumblebees. We have some black cherries and some black strawberry cherries over here. This is our cantaloupe bed, and so it'll grow up and over. And on the other side, when we walk over there, we have cantaloupes that will be growing up and over the other direction. And this is also our poblano bed. So there's big boy poblanos there and there, and then along the front are just regular poblanos. And then back over to this bed, we've got some cinnamon basil. We have basil, different kinds of basil everywhere. And right here in front, to grow up and over the trellis, we have some gourds. And let's see, this tomato is let's see, what is it? It's a Black Beauty tomato. So these Black Beauty tomatoes are looking really good. Over here we have some radishes. Radishes are doing good. And then some trombosino squash there. The ones that I planted there didn't come up, so I'll probably poke a couple more of those in the ground today. On this side, we have black Krim tomatoes. They're looking really good, and the basil's looking super. And then over here, I have the Ananas Noir tomatoes. Super excited about those. Last year, they didn't do good. I had them in the barrels. I didn't hardly put any tomatoes in barrels this year. And around on this side is a new to me tomato. It's a Paul Robeson, and those are looking really good. In this bed, we have tomatillos, green zebras, giant greens, and purple calabash. And then on this side, this is supposed to be my okra, and you can see the okra right there. But there should be several plants and 2 rows of them, and they just didn't come up and over. I did plant some cucamelons, and so I have 2 of those coming up. And then on that side, I have a couple more different melons. And on the far side is a cabbage. And then if you crawl over the fence right here, These are the round zucchinis, 2 different kinds of round zucchinis to grow up and over the trellis. And in the front, we have the radishes to try to keep the squash bugs off of them. I think I only have one more bed to show you. 2 more beds. This is a Mesilla, a really good salad pepper. It's got some heat to it. These are orange Anaheims. In the back are regular Anaheims. And the squash that is planted here to grow open over is a pink banana squash. Just some regular green zucchini that we'll have go up the pole there. And then this is our last bed. So I just have an Aji pineapple. There's 3 Aji pineapples there. They're pretty hot. And then I have 2 Aji mango plants, a couple onions, and then we have some pie pumpkins that will grow up and over the trellis, and we'll also let them grow over that direction. And so that, my friends, is my garden. And it's all weeded. We're about to put covers over the tomatoes that don't have the protection of this because we have a hailstorm coming in. And I don't want to lose everything.